Hello everyone, Man of Interest here, and it's time for This Week and Keyboards. This week we have quite a bit of news, including the next wave of GMK interest checks, as well as some other goodies. But before all of that, I want to give a shout out to the sponsor of this episode, Novel Keys. Over at Novel Keys, you can check out some awesome and amazing group buys like GMK Bento, the iSwitch desk pad, or the amazing looking Keywork Nano Bento Edition. Great with Bento. Novel Keys also has a great selection of switches and accessories. If you're shopping at Novel Keys, you can use my promo code for this month, which will give you 5% off any order, including group buy items. The promo code for this month is THEMAN, 2 words. Check out Novel Keys through the link in the description below. Okay, so let's get on with the news because we got quite a bit of news this week. Quite a bit of news. First up in the news for this week, we need to head over to PMK where they had the new DSA Ferrous key set. So this is an interesting one. I actually think that this key set looks quite decent, and it's not the look that makes it interesting to me, especially with the cool SA Symbiosis styled sublegends, but I really want to draw attention to the fact that you can get a 154 key modifier pack for the Hyper 7 for $170. Wow. That's crazy. Also, there's a separate Dvorak pack for modifiers and keys, which I guess firmly establishes Dvorak as the superior alternative layouts. In terms of recent DSA sets, I think this is one of the better ones that look. It's quite simplistic in colors, and it's pretty nice overall. So check it out if you want a nice industrial feeling DSA set that's in stock and ready to ship now. Our next topic takes us to the land down under, and when Rama makes an announcement, can't you hear the thunder? Your wallet better run and take cover. Because we have the group buy for the M60A Sequence 2 with pre-orders until March 10th. RamaWorks has definitely listened to the community feedback, and now they're including the option to get solderable PCBs for those who weren't really feeling the hot swap PCBs from the last round. So the prices start at $345 and go all the way up to $420 for the M60A. So if you want to get the new W02A internal dampener, that's going to be an additional $45. And I think for a lot of people this round, the internal dampener is going to be a real must buy, since at least from what I've seen online, there are mixed feelings about the sound of the M60, and I think this will definitely put a damper in that criticism. The internal dampener will be replacing the internal weight, so you got to choose one or the other. The M60A's pricing changes depending on what color you want, with the Kuro, Stealth, and Moon giving you the baseline price of $345, Haze bringing it up to $360, and Milk being for the high rollers at $420. In case you need some stabilizers and alias switches, there's also a starter pack for $45, but I think the main issue with that is you're getting alias switches. Thanks, but no thanks. The M60 is an immensely popular board, and if you missed out on it last time, here's your chance to glow and plunder. So check it out in the link down below. Our next interest check is for the Majapahit Ergo keyboard by Vulcan. Not sure if I butchered the name, but we're going with Majapahit. I think it's pretty fair to say it's an Alice-inspired keyboard, except for the twist on this one is it has arrow keys unlike the Alice, and the relocation of the 3 additional keys from the left side to the right side. And if you ask me, what's missing to the left would be holes for the notification LEDs, and I think it would be perfect if they were right above the arrow keys. I think overall this board is pretty cool, and I like the idea of it. The look on the sides definitely look unique and pretty interesting, and it gives a different feel than the uniform and imposing brick look that the Alice had going for it. With the support of Alice projects last week, it's nice to see this style of ergonomic layout and modifications on it really start to take off. I'm interested to see where this project goes and what possible pricing and options we'll be looking at soon. If you're interested, follow the link in the description below. Give some feedback if you have any. I think it's a board worth trying out. Our next topic is the interest check for GMK Sakura Retro by Drive. This set takes the classic beige colorway and applies a pastel pink and green to the legends of the alphas and modifiers. At least based on the current renders, I'm really worried about the visibility of the modifier legends. I think the pink works really well for the alphas, but I'm not really feeling the green with the beige, dark beige. I think it could work, but the renders definitely don't paint them in the best picture. The Hiragana kit though would be a real A+ with that pink. I hope this set gets fleshed out a bit more and, a vendor can offer to pick it up. Best of luck to you, Drive. Up next by Living Speed Bump is the Intercheck for Jukebox SA Round 3. It's been 3 years since our last round of Jukebox, and now it's back for the third time. This immensely popular SA set is what you will want if you have a red keyboard and you're looking for the best SA set to throw on. Living Speed Bump said that he will be trying to schedule this to happen on Mashop within the next 2 to 3 months. He's still working on finalizing the kits and dates. I already know a lot of people will be down to clown with this because in terms of sets having a thematic feel, Jukebox is definitely up there with one of the most thematic sets that really makes you think of a jukebox. A lot of people are going to be hitting that F5 and waiting for Living Speed Bump to give us more updates. A drop that's going on right now on Mashup though is what many would say is the pinnacle of keycap development. Of course, I'm talking about Zamumon's GMK Jamon. With a core kit going for $115, that's amazing to get the keys you need. I'm really hoping more sets remove the number pad from the base/core kit moving forward, as many in the enthusiast community are really taking a liking to TKLs and smaller. I've been a fan of this set since day one, and if you already know me, I'm in like Flynn. If you ask me, all the kits are really well thought out, and I think overall it makes the balances required for different user needs and keycap compatibility. I'll be in for the core Harmonalities, which are the novelties, and an Enya kit, maybe 2 Enya kits even. I think both Zamumon and Mashdrop did a great job achieving these prices for these kits. Hitting that 500 MOQ for the core would be amazing, as we'd be bringing the core down to $100. If you're not getting GMK Jamon, I don't know what to say to you other than you're probably missing out on one of the best sets of 2019. Check it out on Mashdrop in the link down below. Our next topic is by Exclusive, or also known as Exclusive. This is an Intercheck for the E6.5, a board that's a lot of people have been looking forward to after his successes on the E6V2 and the E7V1. I'm really looking forward to this. This 65% with a small blocker on the right side and glowing sides will see Exclusive's well-liked name tags, which you can customize. Excitingly, a frosted polycarbonate case will be available this time. A lot of people are really looking to polycarbonate in 2019. The new mounting style is a bit of a mix of a top mount with a gasket underneath. I'm really curious to see how it will work and how it will feel. Like his other boards, there'll be a limited amount of full brass versions. Oh man, is that going to be another full brass board I have to get? So something interesting on the 65% format is this HHKB-ish version that features a small right corner blocker. How do you guys feel about this? It's not really common with 65%, so I wonder how many people feel about this change. Personally, I like the fact that it's different, and I'd be down to try it out. If you're interested in this keyboard, fill out the Google form, which you can find in the post through in the link down below. I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you are too. Exclusive really doesn't let us down, so he's worth supporting. Our next topic is an Intercheck by keyset designer Oblotsky for GMK Oblivion V2. This Intercheck is basically doubled as an announcement, as Oblotsky has said that GMK Oblivion will be on Mashup by the end of Q2 2019, so it'll be happening sooner than later. As someone who missed out on the first round and regrets it, I definitely want to get in on the Git-based kits with the Oblivion Cadet Alphas. I think the assembly kit is also going to be a great option for many looking to get sets for their ergonomic or ortholinear boards to give them more flexibility and keycap options. I think this set has a lot to offer for people and will be well liked, just like the previous round. 2019 is going to be stacked with a lot of GMK sets, but this one is definitely one worth watching for. There are still a few kits that Oblotsky is deciding if he wants to include, like Kolvorak and Norde UK. I don't blame him if he doesn't have these. These sets historically sell extremely poorly, forcing Mashdrop or other vendors to pick up the slack to hit an MOQ. If he includes these, this will be your only chance to get support for these keys, since it looks like by his wording, he's not going to be supporting this compatibility moving forward, and that compatibility is looking to be going the way of the dodo. While Oblivion has a very strong and imposing name, let's change gears to something more uplifting, like Fluffy Clouds. This is the Intercheck for SPSA Fluffy Clouds by Voschu. Vo Se Chu. This very strongly cyan set is essentially GMK cyan, but in SA and only in ortho. This set is decidedly aimed at the ortho crowd, which in this case is fine because of the fewer amount of keys. There is implied easier MOQ to hit for a pretty reasonable price. The Group I runner has definitely done their homework and has given us their math on how they will be deciding the final prices for the Group I. The numbers aren't finalized, but those equations are. There also looks to be pretty reasonable timeline for the Group I. It's expected to run starting around the 25th of this month and for about 2 weeks. So if you're interested, check it out. I think if you're into ortho, this might be the one for you. Our next topic once again returns us to Zamumon for his interest check for GMK Tactical Set. This sandy color is a Cerakote inspired set featuring a ceramic sandy color that can be seen quite often on Cerakoted firearms or keyboards. This interest check is still a work in progress, but there's a nice convenient FAQ at the bottom of the post letting us know bits of information like there might be a second B for Alice compatibility, there's a low chance of ISO compatibility, renders will be coming after Hamon runs, and no Hiragana or Cadet alphas. So it looks like Zamumon is stacking his plates quite high with the upcoming GMK Blue Samurai, Nautilus Nightmares, and now Tactical Set in the further future. Zamumon is a man who knows how to stay busy. Our next topic is the interest check for GMK MIzu by Rensuya. This Legend of Korra and Avatar The Last Airbender inspired set has a nice blue. I quite like that blue. I don't care for the theme, but I like the blue used for the alphas. It really reminds me of the blue that's used on the OEM blue Topra keys. The novelties go well with the show, and the base kit looks pretty comprehensive. Actually, I think it looks too comprehensive with the numpad. Overall, the renders look quite nice, and I'm interested to see when we'll be seeing this on Dixie Mech as well as other proxies around the world. Since there will be custom colors, we're looking at a 250 unit MOQ, although no clue on pricing just yet. If you're interested, you should check out and fill out the Google form expressing your interests. You know where to find it, down below. We're not done with the color blue just yet because Alex Barb is bringing us the interest check for DSA North, which is a North Pole themed key set produced by Signature Plastics with their die subbed PBT DSA keycaps. I think this could be a pretty cool key set with a pretty cool look. So far there are plans for normal alphas as well as one with Cyrillic sublegends. I think the red for the sublegends provides a very strong contrast against the blue. There's also a possibility of having just Cyrillic mono legends without any English legends at all. That would be pretty cool. Since this is a set still in interest check, there are still a few facets of the set that Alex Barb needs to consider and decide on before this starts running. Lastly, we have the group buy for TKC Katakana Cherry PBT by the Key Company. Teased the other week, these sets are finally available for order on their store with an expected delivery of around April 2019. For pricing between $65 to $90 depending on the color, you'll be getting 170 die subbed PBT keycaps, which will hopefully mean there will be a lot of support for different keyboards. That's a good deal of caps for that price, especially the black on white down at a chill $65. As long as the die subbing doesn't turn out too blurry or poorly, this is a no-brainer for someone looking for their next PBT set and might be a weeb with a key. It's no secret that Cherry Profile is one of the favored profiles in the community, and at $65, that's a low bar to try out the profile if you haven't. Check it out over at the Key Company, link down below. Well, that's all the news for this episode. Let me know what you guys thought about the small change I did with the little tags in the lower left here. I decided that it might just be redundant having the title both here and over here on the list wherever. I don't know where I'm actually putting my hands, but you guys know what I mean. So I treat the tags here as like captions, and if you like that, let me know in the comments or in Discord. If you like this episode, please like and subscribe, and if you like what you do, you can support me on Patreon. Every little bit helps me provide content for you all. If you support me on Patreon, you can be awesome like the awesome people last month: Ben, Coda, Taro Pace, Not Geo, Jay Schfelt, MMKB, Olivia, Shin, and Star Stone. If you ever want to talk about keyboards, you can join my Discord through the link down below. Words. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.